Hey guys, it is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 time with the Roman Empire, your host, commentator, MC, all around nice guy, your friendly neighborhood Roman Empire. Uh, it may have gone up, may have not. My XCOM video, which unfortunately ended in a heartbreaking crash. So I was like, you know what, I gotta do something to pick my spirits up. So I decided I'm gonna make a new character in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which I haven't played in a while, but I love the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games. I love the fighting system. I love everything about it. So I'm going to make Roman Empire in this game, and we're going to make him Saiyan, because who doesn't love Saiyans? I'm going to put him together here. I'm a huge fan of these games. They're just so much fun, and I love the custom character aspect of them. There's a lot of other Dragon Ball games that came out, but I don't get them because I like the characters and all that, but I get bored if it's just the characters from the show that I can choose from. Developing your own character and getting them stronger, giving them new moves, giving them new looks based on what you unlock and stuff like that. That's the fun of it for me. That's a lot of the fun of it for me, is the custom aspect and the being able to put yourself into the shoes of the main character really helps a lot with investing in the story. So I love the Xenoverse game. So that's what we're going to do. To pick my spirits up in yours, I am going to create Roman Empire in this game as our new favorite Saiyan. That's what we're going to do. Oh man, there's some beady eyes. No! No! Staring into my soul! Roman Emperor probably feels like he has a few scars with a name like that, but he is basically me, so maybe I shouldn't be so flattering. Maybe just make it look as me as possible, I guess. Do. Those eyes look a little dead to me. I like the ones with the shine to them, but yeah, see the nose from the side. How's it look from the front? Yeah, that's probably the closest one. Ooh boy. Yeah, I was really deflated after losing that. I mean, the save file's probably still there, but I don't even know if it'll load because I've had problems with that before, and honestly it's super discouraging. I don't know what's going on with that game, but it's just like degrading, and I don't know what to do to fix it. And hopefully I can figure out something to do to fix it soon. But I was devastated because it's like first mission in, I'm already having that problem. I can't even load the other file I was playing before. And that's super discouraging. So I needed to do something to pick my spirits up, or I was gonna get into a funk, and I knew it. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put myself in a position where I was like reluctant to do another video just because I was upset. Because that's a hard funk to get out of once you're in it. Then you don't want to do anything because you're like, well, what's the point? You can get easily depressed, and well, at least I can. I don't know about, I keep saying you, but I don't know if everybody goes through that. I know I go through that, so it only makes sense that I speak for myself. Let's see, what colored shirt am I wearing? That's that black shirt I've been wearing a lot lately. And that has a gray bits. And let's make the lining stand out a bit more. Let's give it a little gold touch. And maybe we should go with the classic Saiyan color here, the brown leather straps. It's the carpet matching drapes here. It's not what that means, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Before somebody's like, that's not what I know, being silly. Just give me this. Alright, I need this right now. I need this right now. I'm so in a funk. I'll do white like my sneakers, but at the same time, like the trim of my sneakers, I should say, but it doesn't really match the rest. Screw it. That's what we're doing. I'm going to change clothes anyway once I unlock stuff. So I think for now, this is our Roman Empire here. He doesn't look like much now, but he will be once he levels up and all that stuff. Wait, where's the... What's the... Oh, yeah, return. And we're going to call him... In the tradition of Dragon Ball Z characters, he will only have one name. So we'll go with Roman. I don't know too many that have more than one name. Bardock, Goku, it's Kakarot, Vegeta. Yeah, it's all pretty much... I mean, there's like Prince, whatever, but like they're not... And Roman kind of sounds like Romaine, which is in the tradition of the Dragon Ball Z creators naming all of their characters after different foods and such. So, that's what we're going to do. Roman. Done. We've got our guy. Name and voice confirmed. Roman lives. I like it up close and personal. I mean, I could keep it balanced, but I think I tend to like striking. And you'll develop Ki Blast stuff later on anyway, and you can customize with various skills and such. Alright, I gotta turn this TV down now so it doesn't pick up on my mic too much. Forgot to turn it back down after picking the voice. I may lower the volume in the actual editing of that video. Of this video, I should say. Just so it doesn't come off too loud when I'm testing it. This is like the oh, I thought it was going to be the vape pipe of Destiny. My bad. I know the story. I'm just being a dork. That is ancestor of Goku. I don't know if he's his father. I think he's his father, but it might just be an ancestor. I forget how far in the past that particular story is. Excuse me. Everything you're seeing here, though, in this cutscene, it's pretty much doable in the combat of the game. Like, the toss that he did was his throw from in the game. So that's the fun of this. Like, the cutscenes aren't false advertising, really. Like, most of what you can do as combat in the game is pretty dynamic. That was clearly the Japanese mouth movements. You can play this game, I believe, in the original Japanese with subtitles. I believe you could change that in the options menu somewhere. I don't know if that's for sure, though. Is this a flash? He gets a flash of the future, I think. Is that what happens? Yeah. Yeah, he sees the future. So the premise of this game, basically, I'll watch through most of these cutscenes with you and all that. But the premise is somebody's changing the events of the past. And you're in the time patrol, along with a bunch of other people, aka custom characters and stuff. And your goal is to try and fix it. That's what the time patrol does. You go back in time and you fix the anomalies that shouldn't exist. This, of course, is supposed to happen, though. The destruction of Planet Vegeta and all the Saiyans, presumably. But there are still survivors, of course. And that's where we get the whole crux of the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and all the other Dragon Ball related series is. Yeah, so these are some of your villains here that are responsible for mucking up the timeline. I wonder who that could be. Even though he looks pretty much exactly the same, except with a mask on. Anime has a fondness for doing that, where nobody knows who it is because they have a mask on, but they have the same build and haircut and outfit half the time. That's you there. Intro's different depending on the race you choose. Obviously, you start in a different world, doing different things, which I think is cool. It's not the same intro for every single thing you can pick. It's Prince Vegetable.
What? I finished that training armor you asked me for.
Uh-huh. I forget I have to manually do all this art.
Material, so it should fit you like a glove compared to the old stuff. That's right. I made some state-of-the-art armor for my hard-working husband who doesn't even have a real job. I'm such a caring wife, aren't I? Oh, come on.
Japanese games love doing this, where like the characters have like these animations that just, depending on what they're trying to say, they just do that animation during the dialogue, and it's like you move the character models around for the smaller quote-unquote cutscenes. I mean, it's not exclusive to Japanese games, but I see it a lot in Japanese games.
Birthday party. Not that it's anyone's birthday.
Okay. Me with my often made fun of jawline there.
Just wait 1 minute.
What was that for?
You've been specifically chosen for that critical mission. Now
You're silently excited.
do it.
Yeah. Oh man, guys, I gotta tell you, losing that first XCOM game, that was a punch in the gut for my energy levels. So I'm trying to. This is part of my way of rehabilitating myself and trying to get my energy back, get more positive about it. Like I said, you may not even see the XCOM one up because I don't want to post that first one if I can't. I might still post it later, but I may not post it until I think I can recover the game somehow, until I've tried like deleting it and re-downloading it or whatever I have to do to get it to work. Because if I'm gonna show it, I would like to be able to continue it for the people who want to see me continue it. But if I don't have that option available to me and then I show it and then people want to see more and I can't give it to them, I'd feel bad. So you may not even see it. You may just hear me talking about it during this game, but it'd be a real shame. But I just, so yeah, basically what I'm saying is I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about when I say this, but I was playing a game and got through it, finished the second mission, and then I could tell immediately it froze, it crashed, I was screwed, and that's exactly what happened. So I couldn't continue it. I don't even know what the last save that it auto saved was. So yeah, that's where we are. So yeah, this seemingly little girl is the Supreme Kai of Time, because that's Japanese anime loves to do that too. People who look like they're 12 and they're actually like hundreds of years old and in charge of something.
Oh, cheer up. The Supreme Kai of Time has graciously appeared to give you her best wishes after all. I mean, read.
That old Merlin looking ass owl thing.
A bit cold. Oh, so you're looking.
Is that what I'm doing? Because I didn't say anything.
When he heard you pass the test, he went off somewhere in a hurry. Why don't
I'm
you
apparently a professional mime.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that he was the happiest to hear about your success.
Mm-hmm. Bet he was. Now we gotta. This is basically a way to get you to introduce you to the interface of running around this plaza, where you can go to different shops and pick up missions and so on. Meet with people who can train you. So by him not being there, it's like, okay, go find him, and then while you're going to find him, you learn your way around the place. And eventually, you can, once you've been given clearance to, basically, you can fly around. It's a lot easier to move. Oh yeah, so now I gotta ask around. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm tired. I got a headache, man. Ugh. This weather is just not helping. It keeps seesawing back and forth. I actually need to reacquaint myself with these controls. Okay, movement. I'm not worried about the chat list right now. Boost dash is left trigger. I'm not. Oh, I do need to know emotes because you actually you earn stuff by emoting the right thing to the right people. It's funny. Funny little quirk they added. All right, change targets. Camera control. Map is the right trigger. That's a good one to know. Jump is A. Decide. All right. B is talk. Examine. X is call vehicle. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, I know that much. Whew. Oh, they added some new icons. There's been a lot that's changed since the last time I played this. Okay, so now I know. What is that green thing again? I didn't read that properly. I totally didn't read that properly. My bad. I think. All right. Well. Anyway. All right. Luckily, you can check that at any time, which is way super convenient. I don't like games where you have to leave the menu to check your map and then whee. It can be really frustrating. Because you keep checking back and forth, and then you're like, I think I have to run in this direction. Then you do that, and then you check your map again. You have to turn around. Whereas if you could just keep it open while you're moving, it's a lot easier. Gotcha. Oh, this is just like info. I could check the update info from later too if I get confused about how this works. What am I? Oh, there we go. Thank you, map.
Hello.
Oh, you're tiny. You were at the. You're like at my. All right, I was gonna say what height she was, and then I realized it doesn't matter. You can do a lot of fun stuff standing. Is all I'm saying. Moving on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're too young, so ignore me. Ignore me. Alright, where am I going? There's another scrolly looking icon that way. Whee! I see you. Oh, hey, you're a cute looking boo. That's not me giving her a nickname. It's the race. B-U-U. She's a boo. She's a little orange sherbet boo. I like you. She's got great arms. Good lord. I wish I had arms like that sometimes. I'm working on it. Not as hard as I should be, but I'm working on it. Alright, now I gotta go up the stairs. Oh, I wonder if I have... That's the wrong one. Oh, I have a decent amount I can spend. 603,000. I might want to pick up some stuff while I'm at it. So I can customize my skills and such. I wonder if they'll let me. Alright. So the clothing also changes your stats too. It's not just for like cosmetic reasons. Oh, it's not open until I do all this stuff. Grrr. Grrr. There goes my plan. There goes my plan. Okay. So like I was saying, these little things are pickups. It's not, clothes are not just for cosmetic appearance. Ah, crap. Clothes are not just for cosmetic appearances. They change your stats. And depending on what approach you want to have, changing clothes can be vital because it can really up the things you're trying to focus on or you're trying to improve. And because you can have multiple loadouts for a character, you can have like a key blast heavy one. You can have a strike heavy one. You can do a more balanced one. So you have different approaches for different things. Whatever. So old people and claiming you're late all the time. Yeah. I know. Special mission. What's cool is this is Xenoverse 2. Your character from Xenoverse 1, if you've cleared the game, which I have, shows up as sort of a cameo character who shows up during Xenoverse 2 every once in a while, which is really cool. I like that. I like that's a nice bonus to like nod to people who took the time to play the first game and get all the way through. It's like, here's your character who did this huge important thing in the first game, and now they're commemorated. They show up as a statue or a holographic statue or whatever in the middle of the square too. It's there's a lot of nice, cool touches about this game that really make it fun. And it's fun combat at the core of it. That's the big thing, which I haven't even gotten to yet. So hopefully we'll get to before the half-hour mark. If not, we'll push it to like 40 minutes. But because I would like you to, we're probably going to do the training sessions, which I should, because
I've been waiting.
yeah, let's do it, because I haven't played this in a while, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna make a fool of myself because I barely remember how to play this game. But yeah, like I was saying, at the core of it, it's fun combat. So all of this other stuff I'm talking about, the reason that it's a nice touch is because they put it on top of a core gameplay that's really fun. It's sort of the opposite of the problem I was having with excuse me, WWE 2K20, is they added a lot of cool aspects and stuff like that, but they didn't focus on a lot of the basic stuff they needed to get right. So all those cool things don't really matter if the core is messed up.
You'll be seeing some commands in a bit. Press the buttons as they appear.
So yeah, you're moving, learn how to move. And that's another cool thing about this this fighting game, is that it's 3D. It's not a side scroller type fight where you only fight from left to right, essentially. This is very much get used to that. Get used to dashing. Sorry, I'm concentrating because I genuinely don't remember a lot of this stuff, and I'm getting used to it. So yeah, with it's because it's 3D, you have this range of movement that makes it unique. It's not like other fighting games where you're just going left to right and fighting somebody on a set screen. This is a lot more dynamic and interesting visually
Linking commands allows you to form a
and physically.
Give it a whirl.
So you got more range of movement. I love this fighting game. It's just such a cool system. And so much fun. Don't get me wrong, I like the side-scrolling types too, like Injustice and whatever, but like if the characters, like, I can play Injustice too because it has customization at its core. Damn, I didn't do that right. So even though it's characters that are preset and I can't customize my own character, I can customize their armor, their look. I can make like different multiversal versions of characters that keeps it really interesting. Even though I can't make my own character. But with other side-scrolling style games, if I'm not into the characters that they've created, like Mortal Kombat's great and all, but I'm not like super into Mortal Kombat, so it doesn't. Oh, I'm supposed to change targets. That's why. If I'm not super into the characters, then I get bored eventually, which is only to be expected. Learning how to key blast here. That's a charged one. But sorry, I'm getting lost in learning these controls. But if I'm not invested in the specific characters, if I don't have like a big, like, I love comic books, so I get invested in the comic book character games. So if you present to me a game with those characters in it, I'm more invested. But I don't really. Mortal Kombat was fun and everything, and I'm attached to it from being a kid and stuff and playing it. But I'm not like so into the characters of Mortal Kombat that I get every game. I got Mortal Kombat 10 because it was on sale when I got it. Like, I got it for super cheap when it was on Marketplace for Xbox. On the store. I don't know why I called it Marketplace. On an Aura Burst Dash? Wait, what? On an Aura... Oh, I get it. Okay. So knock him. No, he's already knocked out. Knock him, and then I go there. All right. Yeah. Knock him, and then I go there. Wait, but they're all knocked out. Wait, so now I'm just supposed to knock him out? Okay. Oh, it's just automatically knocking him out if I did it right, I guess. Oh, so now it's gonna teach me how to guard break. Okay. And now throw, left bumper and B. That's good to know. I like that particular move. All right. Now we're gonna work on defense. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The reason a lot of side-scrolling games, fighting games, I don't get into is because I don't really, I don't get invested in the characters, because they're just preset characters. Once you've beaten all of their stories, like on the towers and stuff, I don't really have a reason to keep playing. The people who play those kinds of games a lot is because they like playing online. They like competing. They like being good at fighting games, and I'm not amazing at fighting games. I just enjoy playing a good one. Just let me Z vanish. There we go. I'm getting used to this game again. It's been a while. All right. There we go. Evasive skill. RT and left trigger. All right. Right T is special. RT and left T is the other specials. But yeah, I'm not super competitive. I am competitive, but I'm not like trying to be the best at fighting games, because that just frustrates me. There's people who are always going to be better than you and way better. They're like amazing at those kinds of games. It's like all they play. So I don't get a thrill out of repetitive competitive online play. Easy enough to say. So because of that, it doesn't really pay for me to invest in a game that I'm not super invested in the characters with, because what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not into it, I'm not into it. Then there's no helping that. And trying to like force myself to get into it because I want to compete and be better than a bunch of random people I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. It's the same reason I don't usually play online for first-person shooters and stuff like that, because it's just the same thing over and over again. It's playing boards over and over until you memorize the great spots to be in, and you get used to a certain strategy, and that's not fun to me. I need story, I need characters to get invested in, I need all that stuff. And the best way for me to get invested is when I can make my own character and then make decisions that affect other people and have an effect on the outcome. It's the reason like Mass Effect games are fun, or anything with customization I'm huge on, because it's an extra layer of investment in the character that you can only get from taking the time to make them. Then you care about the decisions they make, you care about them doing well, and you want to... That's why I get so frustrated with the goober aspect of WWE 2K20 for the male character. It's like, I put myself in the game, I made all this effort to make myself, and then like half the time I don't even control whether or not I win or lose. And when I do lose, it makes me look awful. It's not just that you lose, you look terrible, which hopefully will change as the story goes on, but they've spent so long without doing that so far that I'm not motivated to keep playing as that character. It's just, it is boring. It's boring, and it's frustrating. But like here, I'm starting at the bottom, and now we're here. You know what I'm saying? That was so dumb. But you start at the bottom, but you still feel like you're capable, like you're gonna be somebody, you know, significant and skilled once you get used to the game. Once you get new skills, and once you get new abilities, you'll be one of the top guys. You feel that way when you're playing this game and you're fighting these little Cybermen and Copymen and all these other guys. You even though they're just these little jobber men for you to beat up, it still feels like you're putting in the effort to get the win. They're not just training dummies that you're tackling. It's the rise of Roman Empire here. The actual rise, unlike the rise of Roman Empire for 2K20, where really didn't rise much at all. It was a limp flop. This is a hard, strong, erect rise. If you know what am I saying? Who am I talking about anymore? I'm being so weird today. It's the headache. It's the frustration of losing that XCOM episode. Well, I didn't lose the episode. I still have it, but I lost the progress, basically. It's the real shame of it. But it's a lot of factors, but it's making me real weird today. Oh, yeah! Plus, when you get a good combo going in this game, it's satisfying. There's just so much.
No key, no supers.
There's so much about this game that makes it fun.
Quick learner.
Even when you're, like... Some of the other Dragon Ball games, there was, like, a lot of tedious map looking around. Like, you would fly around like this looking for stuff. And because of that, it did drag a lot. I feel like the Xenoverse games really streamline things to make it more... more engaging, more dynamic, and keep the story moving without slowing down the pace of the action. What the? Alright, I guess I'm supposed to use the capsule first. Okay, can you not let me fight him? He just keeps dodging. What the? Yeah, I know, you're already here. Oh, what the? Oh, it's gonna be like that, huh, Steven? What kind of name is Steven? I mean, if your name is Steven, that's not what I mean. But, like, you're in Dragon Ball universe, you know what I mean? Like, I know this is supposed to represent, like, a created player's character. And sometimes they are. They're computer versions of people's actual created characters, which is really cool. But, Steven? I'm not gonna get beat up by a guy named Steven. F that. Yeah! Now you blowed up. Bam!
Well, I'm convinced. Glad I can leave the patrol with capable.
Oof, that looked like a rough landing.
That's about it for me. Come on, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
Ding! Cleared it! So before we move on from here, I think this is where I'll call the first episode before I press the next button here. Yeah, Z rank. That's what I'm talking about. I know it was the training mission. I don't care. Z rank is Z rank. I'll call that first episode here. And maybe I'll play another one. I'm gonna have to at least film what comes after this, because we're already a little past the 30-minute mark. But I'll do another episode, do another little session of this, and if we're all having fun watching it, I'll keep playing with this story because it's a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for putting up with a little bit of my craziness today. Hopefully, like I said, be able to get that other game story fixed, do something about it. If not, we've got Dragon Ball now. And who doesn't love a good Dragon Ball? That sounded way weirder than I thought it was going to. And on that note, y'all have a good one. Oh boy. It's going to be a rough one.